However, there's
right.
expectation that
we know what happens when we do that. That's why we had to chop off Marie Antoinette's head. That's why we had to do the American Revolution. That's why we have something this thing called the Enlightenment. We had rule by bloodline. I mean, that's like the most racist thing. We know why that stuff is wrong. We know why we had to make it this way. It's not an experiment. We knew that we had to do the right thing.
The right thing is relative, according to whom, right? The right thing, just like, for instance, before you had religion, people were pagan, right? And so who's to say that the pagans weren't right? Who's to say that their way of doing things wasn't the right way? But when you came
go back to slavery, that's what you want? That's what you think is right?
Slavery too. You can throw slavery in there. Who's to say that slavery wasn't right? You know why? Because it was legal. It was legal in law of the land. The government said that you can own slaves. The government.
That's the religious government, right? The religious government.
Whether or not it was morally, correct. That it's relative, right? Right is relative. Just like sometimes truth can be relative. Which is why
Nacho, say it with me, Nacho. Slavery is wrong. Just repeat after me. Slavery is wrong. Period.
Again, we're not talking about my personal perspective, right? If we were talking about Nacho's perspective, we'd be in his house. But we're talking. Come on,
it's like a slam dunk, man. I mean,
we're talking about religion.
It's a slam dunk.
Why? About religion and why? Because maybe doesn't fill pews, right? That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about why they throw the blanket of belief and the power of faith, mustard seed, and they encourage people and they dig down into the depths of their psyche and they find their deepest pain, deepest sorrow, and they cater to it, right? And they give them a balm or a serum or a medicine that goes inside and heals them from places that they can't even see, right? That's why those people, they get up there and they preach to you and they proselytize and they
What's going on right now? What is this all about?
I'm telling you.
You're doing slavery apologetics. That's what's going on.
Y'all just be saying shit. Y'all just be in here saying shit because you feel some way about God or you feel some kind of way about the Bible.
Hey, Nacho. Just 1 second. Nacho, just 1 second.
What they're talking about.
Is that you? Is that you right now? Is that you who knows what you're talking about? I'm just asking. No, you just said.
With regard to what I'm saying, absolutely, I know.
Okay, so what's your premise? In like a couple sentences, what are you saying?
I'm saying that that's what the brother said. We need the religion, whether or not it's truthful or not. You need it because not everybody can self-govern it. Most of these people don't have a moral compass.
Couple questions. All right. Okay. Couple questions. You've done your work, your historical research around countries who did base their governments on religion and those who did not, correct?
I'm going to.
Hello.
What have you noticed?
You're asking me.
Can I
about
speak on
trends.
behalf of
You're asking me about
1 second, Bassett. Yes, you definitely can. Trends?
A sort of what did I notice? Right? Such as patterns.
No. It doesn't have to be patterns. It doesn't have to be patterns. Okay. Just tell me about one. Just talk about something.
Well,
it doesn't have to be trends.
I think you're being very indirect and I don't even really understand the question.
Then say that, but don't tell me what I'm doing. Just say you don't understand the question. That's different. I don't know what you're talking. I just know what you're talking about. Because I think selectively people have done what you're saying, right? We can say that a government legalized slavery, right? But then legalized wearing two mixed garments of two different fabrics, or whatever they talk about in the Bible. We selectively pick some things that would benefit. I don't want to say us because I'm not one of the us, right? Because I'm pretty read about where human rights fell apart, right? When it comes to slavery or chattel slavery, I think. Because I'm gonna stick to chattel slavery only, and why it was designed. Are you saying? I want to be clear. You're saying it definitely was legal, nothing moral, nothing religious, right? It was strictly legal.
yeah, isolated. We're not talking about the moral or religious aspect. We're talking about the legality. It was legal.
Okay, and what? And are you saying it was based on religion? Are you saying no, it was not?
Was what based on religion?
I'm, that's why I focused just on chattel slavery. Was it something that was? Okay, one more time. Chattel slavery. Are you saying it was a legal invention or was it a religious invention? Yes, of it existing. I'm asking, yes. I didn't say that. I didn't say you were. I know. I am. Nacho, I am. You don't have to do that right now. I'm the one talking. I'm asking a question. All right, we can move on. Thanks. Bassett. Go ahead, Bassett.
Corey, are you all fresh and clean now?
I mean, I was until something happened. We gotta go back to back into the shower. Go ahead, Aisha, JCC.
Like I said, I want to talk books, man. I just don't get it. Like, why can't you just say slavery is wrong?
That part too. Are you sure? Wait, you want to can you speak a little bit? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was wondering if this is American South.
I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, me either.
My whole thing was like, the reason I brought up slavery too. It's just like, I think it's kind of bad if we like kind of do our own things. We should have like a central religious authority. As you brought up, like, our government's crazy. I pointed out, they're actually Christian nationalists. That's why they're crazy. And I pointed out, like, the historical factor. It's just a fact that, like, for thousands of years, and we had slavery, and it was forbidden. Like, okay, it was forbidden. It wasn't, yeah, so like that, I mean, we know that that's wrong. We know that that's wrong. It doesn't matter what your book says. We know that that's wrong. We can say that definitively. It doesn't matter what your ethnic group moral is. Everybody agrees that slavery is wrong. If you want to like do some apologetics for slavery, I mean, it was being absurd. Everything.
That's true. That's true. That's why he asked. And say no. Just don't do it. But to make that, just whatever. Just be adult. Just say no. I don't want to talk. Move on. Cool.
That's one of the things, like,
I'm not. There's nothing funny about it. There's nothing funny
we'll
about
try
it.
to look at it from my point of view. I'm not a religious person. I think that I think it's kind of a mixed bag. Religion is kind of like, yes, it's a mixed bag. It's mixed in the same sense that, like, human beings can be a little different kind of things, and the things that we get out of religion aren't just the things that we get out of humanity. All the morals and ethics that we get, the good things we get out of religion come from human beings, as well as all the bad things that are in religion also come from human beings. If you understand religion in this way, then I think everything sort of makes sense. And a lot of stuff that we argue against just is like quite terrible stuff, like religious fundamentalists. They want to. Like somebody out here once said, like, he thinks that the reason he's a religious guy, he thinks that the reason the atheists exist is because to prevent the fundamentalists
also concerned about our religion. Like if we were, I know she did say this, so this is separate from you, because I can't do that. In general, I've heard people say something like, "Hey, if we were a Christian nation, we wouldn't have abortion." I'm confused by that because God killed kids consistently in the Bible. So I'm just like, I don't know how those two things relate to and how we can use some moral ground of Christianity to say that abortion would be is wrong. I'm confused.
Because,
Oh yeah.
right, and I'm just running on they basically don't even use contraception, right? It's basically, and the whole concept, obviously, so the year they comparison between God, killing children, you know, and feticide other people, kind of a stretch.
Yeah, I don't think it's a stretch because are we concerned really about children's lives? Because once they're born, what happens? Because now we want to say that those same Christians now don't want to do anything to ensure those kids survive.
That's right.
Yeah, they're
What
just
are we
like
really talking about? What are we really talking about?
pre-K
They're talking out of their
child care, kicking them off of Medicare.
That's what's going on.
No school lunches, you know, like, you know, all them. But the
Feed the kids.
more interesting thing about this is like, well, I'll just answer like the best. If the idea is like the United States is a Christian nation, if that's the case, then I don't know if you guys are aware, but like, you know, Christians being against abortion and gay marriage and stuff like this, that's like a relatively recent development in like the 60s and 70s. That's not always been the case in the United States, so that's kind of
Also, pro-lifers support capital punishment, so little contradiction there.
Also, God issues abortions when women are unfaithful.
Sure does. Get my point? See, it's all there. It's all there. What are we talking about right
I
now?
would just think, if anything, if you were to be fair and honest as a Christian, you would just say God doesn't really hold the position you and I am.
Yep.
That's what I would just say, to be honest, but they don't.
Unless it serves its
you're in the
purpose, right?
matrix. Okay. Yeah, I'm reminded how
Alright,
of this thing that Sam Harrison was taking a debate with like Greg. It's like he said, God, like he did the scope and the sheer depth and breadth of all of the killing that God has done through history. I think he said it would embarrass the most ambitious psychopath. Just the sheer amount of blood and guts and destruction. I mean, there's so many stories in the Bible where God's just like killing children and sending out people to genocide, you know, other people killing, like even like the freaking the cattle and the sheep and the goats and all that shit. This is why we can't have religion.
But you know,
So
a sin. Wait, no. Well, no, I'm asking. If you say it's a sin, that's a religious thing. So what are you pointing to? What religious text says that? Okay, so now we're talking about the Islamic God. So the Islamic God says that hey, it's a sin unless it harms the woman. Right. Okay, so that's what it says about. Okay, so okay. I want to clarify before everybody in the room. Does it say have the abortion if it harms the woman, or she should become the martyr for the child's life? I'm trying to clarify what you said. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought you said, hey, it's a sin according to the Quran, right? To abort unless it harms the woman.
I also want to say,
Okay, hold on one second, Dre. Hold on, I want to get you to clarify this for me first. Sorry, I just want to make sure you clarify first, and then you go next. Sorry, go ahead. made that part, but then you brought up her being a martyr. Does it say anything about her being a martyr?
You have to define what spontaneous means.
Okay, but hold on. Just this part about what the Quran says. Is it a hadith? It's a hadith, so it's not the Quran. All right. Right. So which one is honored more? That, hey, I know my child is going to harm me, and I want to give birth to it, and if I do that, is that honored more than me having an abortion because it will harm me?
And also, like, there's kind of certain, the reason I said I want to ask contextual questions because when you get pregnant, and the man that gets you pregnant knows he got you pregnant, but he doesn't want to have that baby with you. It goes no ways for you to not have that baby and fail your consent, i.e. putting abortion pills in your vagina while you are asleep or lacing your drink with something. So I get to be a part of the rest of my life because you're pregnant.
Yeah, but Dre, is that Islamic or is that something else? I just want to make sure I stick with the Islamic claim first.
Well, I'm just asking in the context of that would be something or if that person, like, how would that relate to this context?
Just my last point, I'll let it go. Is there an honorable position in Islam, according to the Hadith? Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So I'm sorry. So in other words, the child's life is more important.
Yep.
Did you guys get some good conclusions together?
Yeah, because you know, like mother can have more kids. The mother can have more kids. You know, right? If it's a boy, like what are we gonna do?
Yeah, but just whether or not the sex of the child, right? It's honorable for the mother to die in the birth of and avoid that.
Sorry, JC. I don't know if anybody else. You were in the matrix for me. I don't know what you said. Is it just me, or can people hear him?
He's kind of in the matrix. I thought that was you, Corey. That was away from it.
JC, one more time. JC. Maybe he's like trying to figure it out. Treya, go ahead. You're in the room. What's up?
My bad, I was on a keyboard, but I was still fixing it again. Well, I was just asking about, like, if, so, and I know a person who has a question about, like, how it has something to do with religion, but I'm just saying, like, so if somebody needs to have a spontaneous abortion, i.e., which is something that can be triggered by and they can be done, so it's right, right? So basically, they let somebody get an abortion without their consent. So that's not really makes you up to be like, oh, you're a murderer, you're a murderer, you're a murderer. Like, why can't I just describe you?
There's no argument for me.
Yeah, but I would love to.
Gotcha.
My whole thing is now that's how I feel. Or things that I research or encounter or read, right? I'm not afraid of telling somebody that this is what I read.
Got it.
Right? So you
Got
are
it.
interested in that part. I think that would be great because she's not my head. Crazy. Really weird, right? But again, that is how we in our brain are revealing these legends, concepts, and I'm thinking you're a PhD, right?
Yeah. Like me. Yeah. I guess you have.
Like me, yeah. Yeah, right.
So Nacho,
It's my favorite position. That's part of
wait, no, wait, Alien, she just set a boundary though, and I respect your boundaries, right? She said she wants to offer. You don't have to ask her. No, she's true. I hear you, but you can't make her. She can't make her with you.
talking about the slavery. No, we were talking about the slavery thing earlier for a bit. She's like, no, I don't want to talk about the moral aspect of that. And now she turned around saying the exact opposite. I do want to talk about the moral aspect of that. And that's the shit that.
Well, I heard her say something different. When you asked her a question about her own personal belief, she didn't know to answer that question. That's her boundary for that, right? And I think it's fruitless to make someone do that because we'll be going back and forth forever, right? But for me, the stronger point would be, right, to offer, some arguments around it, right, based on whatever we want to consider facts or whatever. That's just stronger to me. I get what you're saying, Elliot, but I don't know that. I mean, why?
I mean, I'm not like accusing her or anything. I'm just saying, like, shouldn't it be like super easy to say, like, okay, yeah, like, the lady across the street is a good thing. It doesn't fucking matter whether you're atheist or theist or a Christian or not Christian or Muslim or whatever. It's just a good thing, period. End of fucking story. And we can do the same thing for slavery, slavery back.
We can really get into that. What is that? That's a thing. Slavery bad.
The question is, why is it a good thing? Why is it a good thing based off of what other people feel about it? How they substantiate it?
There you go.
True, but I don't think, but Nacho wasn't making a statement about, she was saying, hey, I ascribe to this. I don't think she said that. She was talking, at least I didn't hear that from you, Nacho, unless you want to come off mic and tell me. I didn't hear you say that. She was generally talking about some historical things that she had looked up, and then the question was about how she felt about abortion. I didn't hear her say she ascribed to it. Unless I'm wrong, Nacho. Bugs do what, sorry?
Yes, they're jealous. They're I don't know where
For serious purposes.
Well, that's a category area, though. We're not insects, right? So I don't think we categorize ourselves that way. We were like, if a mosquito was to enslave it's not an insect, a flea. But the category area, though, stick with it, because yeah.
And abolishing slavery, we had people taking away people's ways of life, right? So that would be the argument that that was considered as something that's wrong. So how
and in the abolition,
yeah.
accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
Whoa, no, I didn't say that. Wait, I think you don't. I don't know if you know what I meant by you don't. Right? Okay, you don't. When you ask me about slavery, it's just the right. Like you don't have a right to own someone else. I'm done. I'm done. From wait, which part about owning someone else?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way in my brain how I settle it is this: Can I own you?
Can you own me?
Yes.
Then it's possible. Yes.
Should I own you?
Now, based on what you believe. Okay, so let me go back. What is your belief to where you don't have a definitive answer to this question? My one belief is that no, you can't own me. You should own me. That's my belief.
And what is that belief?
It's Christianity.
But Christianity says you can. Because even Jesus tells the slaves to submit to their master.
Right. What I'm saying is, in regards to those are people who are worthy of Christ, who are comfortable. So that's not the second one. It's the protection. And we see that slave owners that were that came after.
Oh, you threw that little nugget you threw in there. They were already owned. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So chattel slavery? You mean? Okay, yeah. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, okay, I just want to get into the history of slavery. What? Like when did it begin? Like, because it was not always around.
Yeah, I don't know when it began, but it began a long time ago, for sure.
Right, about 11,000 years ago, right? And its purpose was, right, when humans invented agriculture, right? And then we started to settle, because I don't think nomadic people had slaves, right? But when we settled and we got these permanent cities, what else we got? There's like, when you get these permanent cities, right, you got people who, I mean, it grows, you need food, and someone has to do the labor, all right? So you have this huge amount of food being produced, and all these, who's gonna harvest who's gonna do all these things, right? Who do you think those people who are in charge decided to use to do all the work?
Yeah, people.
No, but no. What kind of people? It's about the kind of people. Not everybody was a slave.
Either like people have been conquered by war.
Good.
People that probably owe a debt of some sort.
Absolutely. And the last one?
Maybe children at some
No,
point.
well, not children. Not first.
Maybe the criminals.
Yeah, those who broke rules, right? Saying people who broke rules, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it was ethical at that time? Like so if like is it, like if we could take us all back to that time and we were watching this, would you be okay with the guy next door you're fighting, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe harming you? You beat them, right? You incorporate them into your society and they do the work for you. Would you see that as kind of bad? I mean, just from my first glance.
So I would see that as a useful ill in a world of sin. Yes.
So the answer is yes. You like that's okay to you.
A caveat, because if I'm going off of my worldview, then that was never the
No, don't take your worldview. I wanted to create that worldview where we were. No, I know you have a worldview. You told me before we started. I took you back to that time. That's what I'm asking you. So
you took me back to what time?
11,000 years ago. That's the whole story I gave. Don't come back now to your worldview. Okay.
No, I've been in my worldview. You asked me two questions. I said in my worldview would be no and no.
Then I made a shift. I know. I want you to come. I get it. I'm asking you to go back. So you
want me to speak as if I'm you or somebody different than I am?
I started the premise with that whole story. We all would go back. That's what I said. Remember, we all would go back. Yes. All right. So I have my worldview too.
11,000 years ago, if I had an understanding of the same understanding I have now, which we know people have had, that all men are created in the image of God and should be respected as such, it would
That's
still
not-
be a no.
See, but that's not true. That wasn't true at that time. So you bring your worldview into it.
But why? So you're saying slavery was everywhere?
I
In
didn't.
general?
You're taking me. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want people to do that. I created the premise. But you stop. Stop for a second. I created the story. You added things to it. I did not. That's not even true. You say you didn't even know where it came from. But now you're telling me you do know that those people made that. You can't do that. The answer is no. The Neolithic people did not. They did not.
So you're saying that Neolithic people, every Neolithic population had slaves. Is that what you're saying? Every single one.
I don't know where that's coming from. No, I didn't say that.
Okay, so then why did some have slaves
I
and
don't-
some not have slaves?
I don't. That's not you. Okay, so we're not doing my story. Let's switch the whole story then.
No,
Fuck
you
it.
are-
I don't want to talk. You.
But then, of course, he has some controversial position. Sorry, Emmanuel.
Have you guys ever heard about the theology of liberation in the Catholic Church in Latin America?
You don't know.
Where you lied and say, and then he comes into the room. That was the best part, Nargis. He comes into the room that I'm in and says, "Oh, I didn't
But
kick you."
he's got a child. He just said no. Oh, okay. He's just trolling. Like how you troll with everyone and lie all the time. Like,
No, I'm not lying.
okay.
No, they don't lie to me. Where does it say Jesus is God? That's not a lie. That's not a lie. Oh, he doesn't say he's God. Doesn't say he's God anywhere.
Darth, why did you reincarnate? Why did you incarnate?
Doesn't say he's God.
That's the form of Megatron.
Like, they come in here all the time and they say Jesus never said he was God. But yet Muhammad can never say the things
Oh my
that
God!
he could never say as a prophet the things that Jesus said in the New
I have
Testament.
never.
Because they would be shirk.
I don't think I've ever met anyone.
That means he's claiming to be equal with God.
You can't stop taking his name. You're obsessed with Muhammad. You're obsessed with that name. You know there's something in there. And I don't know what you're thinking, what it
It's
is.
so bad.
But you can't stop. You're obsessed. You know there's some truth in that. You know it. Or you're just very insecure of your metaphysics, which is truly sometimes pathetic. Just be honest, Bart. Like, I don't want to be mean or anything.
I mean, I'm the only one, really. Like, there's people like Steph.
Who's
That-
that?
Steph, the other girl that's in the other room.
Oh,
She won't even talk to Muslims.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
She won't speak to Muslims at all
What?
because of the blasphemy that they do. And they ask these questions and it drives her
Yeah.
insane.
That
She absolutely has nothing in her heart to speak to them at all. Right? I find it within my heart to say, I like how zealous they are, but I really feel bad. I really think they're going
They
down the
are,
wrong
right?
path.
They are like the Salafis you're talking about, right? The 1% of the Muslims.
Any Muslim.
Any Muslim,
Any.
including Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie, who's a Shia.
I would say they
You're a
all
hateful
need.
motherfucker.
They all need. No.
You're a hateful
No, wait.
motherfucker.
What did you say about all? I didn't say all.
Including the mystics in Islam, including the Sufis. All that, including all of them, you have hate in your heart. You're saying.
I don't
You
have
think all of
hate.
them are the same.
I think they're misled. I truly think they're misled.
Arrogance.
I truly feel that in my heart, they will find Jesus eventually.
Mhm. Because Jesus cannot manifest in any other language, any other form, any other geography. It has to be Megatron's Jesus.
Not under that powerful delusion of the Quran.
Bro, you have too much hate. Quran is just another reminder.
I
And,
wouldn't be hate.
People are, you hate it so much, people are going to read it and say, wow, this is not bad at all. What is Megatron thinking? They're going to think you're retarded. This is a great book of morality. Wow, it's not bad. Yeah, let me read the Old Testament. Good Lord. Rape, shaving heads off, beating children, freaking genocides. You kidding me?
Any man that raped got killed.
Petty God of the ancient times.
Any man that raped got killed. I can show you every single
Right.
instance. I know
Evidence
every
because
single.
you've been there and you know. You're so attached. You worship a book. You don't worship God. You're worshiping a book.
At least I don't make up what God is.
Yeah, you're better, bro.
I mean,
You're better than all the Muslims in the world.
no,
Keep telling yourself that.
remember the other day you were having a conversation about stuff you can't even relate back to the book.
Will get innocent people killed. And that
No,
blood
they
will
get
stay on your
themselves killed.
hands. No. You are spreading phobia about a people because you don't even talk in terms of academic verses or references. You talk in terms of people, the Muslim people. One innocent family where their children will walk out. He's just trying to make ends meet. She loves her children. They'll get shot. That karmic burden is on you.
Wait, where are they getting shot? They're not getting shot in New York.
On you. Just like how
They live in New York. They're not getting shot.
Just like how too much in any part of the world.
These people that are here, every woman has a carriage pushing a. Every woman has a child, and they feel safe. What are you talking
comes
about?
into your room. He expresses his hate for Islam, which he already does. Tomorrow, in 2 weeks, he's out of that ward. He's going to first look for a gun. And that's on you. Shame on you.
There's Muslims that live in New York,
Shame on you for not loving the
and they
human family.
never have an issue.
Shame on you for never understanding Jesus. Jesus loved the human.
They actually come here, and they're given love when they come here. They're given help, and they want to work, and they work, right? And they make it work. And their children go to college. They prosper.
Shame on you.
What are you talking about? When did I ever
for speaking
not
of
want
God,
a Muslim to
but
prosper?
never loving his creation? Shame on you for speaking constantly of a God and propagating a fantastical fantasy of a God, but never loving his creation.
It's a sad thing. A sad thing. I mean, I wish the best for them. When they come here, I got nothing but love for them. Honestly do. I got nothing but love for Muslims. Every day I try to talk to these people. But every day they come into my room or they come into a space that I'm in, they just do blasphemy every single time. They're the ones spreading the hate, not me, man. I got love.
But it sounds like you're confused. You just said you hated them. Now you're saying
No. I never said I hated them. You guys are spreading this I hate Muslims. I never said I hate Muslims.
The Quran constantly talks about be good to the Christian, never debate with the Christian. They are your brothers, the Christians and Jews. Constantly.
When does it mention Muslims in the Bible?
The Christian and the Jew. You, on the other hand, out of your ego, because a model came sophisticated where it demoted this man God of yours to merely a great prophet.
You see how disrespectful you're being?
No, but he's good to me.
You didn't like it.
See what she says?
He's good to me. He's good to me.
You say these things like man God, and what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for me to shit talk you.
It doesn't sound good. What is it but a man God? There's nothing wrong with it.
We don't worship a man. But we don't worship a man.
I know you don't worship
God.
a man, but the form.
We don't worship a man.
Bro, I know the whole philosophy.
We don't worship a
I'm this
man.
one better than you. Even.
And now you're lying. Now you're lying and misrepresenting it. This is what I mean, Nargis. You hang out with these people long enough.
Islam got rid of.
If you hang out with these people long enough, you start to smell like them.
Islam got rid of the colorful pageantry. Is it good?
Just
Is it
know.
bad? I don't know. I don't care. Both are beautiful. Both are beautiful.
If you
can't see the beauty
if you hang out with fleas, eventually you're gonna get fleas.
You can't see the beauty in both because one is postmodern architecture,
no,
the other one is Greco-Roman architecture. But you cannot appreciate two views and see the beauty.
You want to know something? So, does God sin? Let's use the Quran, right? Does God sin? Does God sin? No, God doesn't sin, right? Did Isa sin? No, he didn't sin. So if God were to incarnate into a man, would he sin? No, he wouldn't sin. So what is the Quran saying, Nargis? That's really simple metaphysics there.
I don't do polemics with
God is not a man. God would need to incarnate into that nature.
God is an
right?
experience. God is not a book you worship.
He's not a man from eternity past. No Christian says this.
1 second, I think he wants
the Quran says that Isa never sinned. Never sinned. Says God would never sin. God is not a man that should lie. Did Isa lie? No, he didn't. So what is the Quran saying? What is the Quran saying? What are they pointing out? I'm not the one contradicting myself here. It's the reason why
Megatron.
we're
Can you hear
the
me?
real Quran only Christians.
Can you hear me, bud?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to, and it really hit home, and it made me think, and I heard something come back to me. And what it was when you said, if you hang out with people with fleas, you'll get fleas. And I heard, I didn't get fleas. And I'm wondering if you think that Jesus hanging out with lepers gave him leprosy, or if he hung out with people that would give him fleas and if he got.
Was he healing them?
All I know is I heard I didn't get
So
fleas.
if they hung out with him, they were healed.
Can't get you out of my head.
If they stayed with Jesus, they got healed. Thank you for proving my
I
point.
can't get you out of my head.
Oh, it's
Muhammad is all I think about.
Oh, my mama, can't you out of my head.
Come on,
Oh,
let's talk about this
you're
show.
more than I care to think about.
Islam,
Just tell her.
Megatron.
Tell her to stop triggering me. I'll stop triggering her.
It's on my mind.
So they won't get fleas if you don't carry that in your heart. You will see in the world what you carry in your heart. So if you see a man with fleas, right? Don't see the fleas, see the man.
Islam, mama, Islam,
I said,
mama,
he hangs out with me. I'm never rude to him. I show nothing but love to Zed. I show nothing but love to the people I show love to.
Zed's dead. You ever see Pulp Fiction?
No, he's right, yes, he's good, he's good.
Yes.
The Quran is the most beautiful expression of human beauty that has ever touched the fucking face of the earth.
Yes.
Yes. Listen, there's just nothing else that is beautiful as it.
Your opinion. That's not what 2 billion people in the world hold.
What do they hold?
That there is beauty, not that there is hope in it. That there is the one strict monotheistic God in it. That's source of it. That thing, that's the only
It's fanatical. No, it's fanatical monotheism.
That doesn't need persons to
The
explain it.
strict
That thing
monotheism.
is isness itself.
Argus,
You will
you understand the Nicene
about this
Creed?
metaphysics because it's modern.
You understand? No,
It's
dude,
historically modern.
do you understand? Do you understand that the Nicene Creed predates Islam by over 300 years?
Yeah,
And the very first line of it is we worship.
Plato's triad. Nicene Creed holds the
Stop.
That looks very much like the Greco-Roman philosophy.
See what I mean?
Why? What's happening for us?
You're that exclusive.
What is she
Do you
doing?
think you're that exclusive?
She has
Do you
to do
think?
this shit.
Do you
She
think?
thinks
Do you think
Islam produces
any religion grows like a
Yeah.
blade in a
Yeah.
vine? Do you think you're that exclusive?
It's like refined
No,
cocaine.
this God has always been. This God has
Fishtail,
always
fishtail.
given the
Always
same
been
freaking
what?
message
It doesn't
over and
evolve.
over again. It just
If your
came to
God
you
can't evolve, then how is it a God?
through
If your
Jesus.
God
The
can't evolve, then
language
how is it a
has been
God?
different.
If your
The
God can't
geography
evolve,
has
how
been
is it a God?
different. The message has been the same.
Your God
When
cannot
will you
evolve.
get off
Your
of your
God
She has to
cannot
bring up the
self-righteous
man God.
Your
self-righteous
God does not transcend
When
anything.
will you get off of or
You
your
notice,
self-righteous
you notice that I don't do
I
blasphemy.
agree
Your God cannot
that there
He
is
condemn
does
anything.
blasphemy.
If it's just
That's the difference. That is the difference
archaic,
between the
archaic.
apologetics with the both of us.
The
You
thing
guys
is,
do
I
blasphemy.
love Jesus.
That's the problem.
The difference between you and me
what?
is that Jesus
Who
is my
who
insan,
does
the
blasphemy?
first intellect, the perfect creation.
I was
But
born
you
with a
will
dick,
not grant
and
me.
you try to act like you have a dick.
petty
That's the
human,
difference
you
between you and me.
petty, you
Okay, you
petty,
want a dick.
party-going human who has no control over his breath will still judge me and say that I
What?
will not attain salvation unless I accept the particular
But
Jesus
breath is
Christ
just
as
being.
God. You
Breath
will never
breath is
grant
just being
me
that occurs.
that Jesus is a universe.
Breath is just a being that occurs
When
in
do you
us.
ever understand that?
And your
Bro,
God
the only
doesn't
reason why
transcend.
Ali is because of Christ. Remember that.
Yes, yes.
Of course. Who's denying that? But you have to keep, dude, call it
Now
dog,
it's not shit on
call
Jesus.
it ant, call it rock, call it grass, call it poop.
Your God is no better than rock.
Idiots.
It's just a being
All
that
you
is.
do is attach to identity.
Your God is no better. Your God is no better
Where
than
did
rock.
you ever go to
Nargis.
universal, bro?
Your God is no better than
Joe,
rock.
you're not well. Stop. Megatron encourages this because you hate Islam. But hate is not the answer. Hate is not the answer, Drogo. He doesn't solve anything.
He never talks about Islam.
You're an atheist God. Your atheist God
He doesn't
is
talk about
not.
Islam.
Okay, but
He
your
doesn't talk about
atheist.
Islam.
Your atheist God is no better than a rock.
She's obsessed. She's obsessed with the Trinity. Man God, man God, man God, man God.
What's wrong with the man God? What's wrong with that? It's ascended.
No,
It's
what's wrong with
What's wrong with the man God?
Wrong with the man
What's wrong with
No,
Hussein?
there's
What's wrong with
nothing-
Ali?
Nothing wrong with the man God.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. Oh, what's wrong with the
You know how they
Why
truly
is what's
transcend,
wrong with
right?
that?
You know, God
See what I'm
transcended.
saying? Like,
You know, God
I love
contradiction.
Jesus,
God was not just
I
an
love
energy
Jesus
ball.
more than you
God
do.
was
You
God was
curse
not
him
just
every
an energy
day.
ball.
I understand.
God
I
was
don't
not just an
curse
energy
Jesus
ball.
more
You
than
do.
But you're just like some
He
sort
is
of
the
energy ball.
perfect.
But your God is just some sort of energy ball. It doesn't
Don't
have
lie
a
on me,
being.
Megatron.
Your God does not
Don't
have a
lie on me.
being.
I'm gonna block
I
you
don't
right
know.
now.
I asked
Your
you
God has
to
no
go
being.
down the line of reasoning.
Your
In
God
the
has
Old
no being.
Testament, it says, if God were a man, he would not lie. Did Jesus lie? He did not lie. Okay, so then what
One more time you lie
are you
on me
saying?
and say that I
This
hate
is
Jesus.
your book.
One
This
more
is your
time you
book
lie
that
on
says
me.
that.
One
Your
more
book
time you
says
lie
that.
on me and say that I hate Jesus. After
You-
putting me in the
you-
anti-Semitic
then
bracket in
why-
the morning,
so then
one more
why
time
would you
you
say
lie on
man
me,
God?
I'm gonna
Why
block
would you say
forever.
man God? Wait, why would you say man God? You're the one doing blasphemy.
God did come in the form of a man, and he is God. We just
All
accept
right,
it.
so then
It's a model.
you're not using it that
It's
way.
a model.
You're not
Stop
using
the
it that way.
attachments. How am I using it?
Bro, your God
Listen,
has to
honestly,
ascend though.
Marcus,
How am I
you want me
using
to
it?
kiss? You want me to
You're-
kiss
the
your
How am I
reason why-
using it?
Hey,
There's
hey.
a non-anthropomorphic and there's
You'll
an
never
anthropomorphic.
know. You'll never know how I really feel.
Hey, look, let's just face the fact. The two of you cannot coexist. Let's not make this any more painful than it has to be. Let's part ways amicably. You two cannot be in the same room without fucking fighting. Please, I'm begging you to stop.
Oh,
Can you
just
please?
talk in theology.
Because what's going to happen is Barth is going to trigger Nargis. Nargis is going to run off. And Barth always wins these things, man. He's a fucking assassin.
No, he doesn't.
He's been
He
doing
goes
this
and sulk in a corner.
Nargis, you don't stand a chance against this guy. Stop. He gets to you every time.
So why do we see him sulk in a corner later? Maybe he's winning in this room, but tomorrow he will be in another room sulking, bro.
I don't think either of you are winning.
This is what happens. Women hate the idea of Jesus because because they mention it. A man God, they have a problem with that. Well, a woman God couldn't do it because
Neither of them is winning.
women are. Well, the thing, women they love separation. They like to cause emotions.
Let's get them votes. Drogo, vote on the poll, please.
I love being crazy.
Only allowed Drogo to rate
What's
himself.
the worst one? A loony volunteers. What's the worst one?
The worst one is nuttier than a squirrel turd.
Yeah, choose that one. I mean, squirrels even have more intellect than humans.